Understanding different kinds of love. In English, we use the word love in many different ways. For example, you may say to someone, I love you, and truly mean it. But you could also say, I love ice cream. And obviously, the word love in this way carries a very different meaning. What you actually mean is that you like or you enjoy ice cream a lot, but you really love the person that you are speaking to. As you probably know, the New Testament wasn't written in English, neither was the Old Testament. The New Testament was written in Greek and later translated into other languages. The Greek language has a number of different words for love. For example, the Greek word for the romantic love between a husband and wife is eros, which is the name of the Greek false god of love. This word for love does not appear in the Bible. Let's spend some time together today looking at the different words for love that are used in the New Testament. The first word for love that is used in the Bible is phileo. It is defined as to show warm affection in intimate friendship, characterized by tender, heartfelt consideration and kinship. It is where the city of Philadelphia gets its name from, the city of brotherly love. One example of this in the Bible is the love that Jesus had for his friend Lazarus. In John 11, after Lazarus had died and Jesus wept, the Jews said, See how he loved him. This is the word phileo. The second word used for love in the New Testament is storge. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. This is the sort of love that families have for one another. Well, actually, this word is not in the Bible, but the opposite word is, which is astorgos. It's used in 2 Timothy 3, verse 3, when it speaks of people in the last times being unloving or heartless, without affection, depending on which version of the Bible you're using. Before we get to the third word used for love in the Bible, let's look at what the world calls love. The world says, I love you for as long as you love me. I love you at the moment, but if you do something to hurt me, I may stop loving you. My love may even turn to hate. The world's love is largely conditional. It could be here today and gone tomorrow, depending on circumstances. But there is another kind of love, and this love is the God kind of love. In the New Testament, this is the Greek word agape. Agape love is selfless, sacrificial, and unconditional. It was agape love that compelled Jesus to come to earth to suffer and die for us. Agape love is the highest form of love. When we see the word love in the New Testament, most of the time it is speaking of agape love. It is the kind of love that says, I love you whether you love me or not, whether you upset me or not. I love you no matter what. It is the kind of love that will do something for someone else just because we love them, not because we are expecting something in return. There's a passage in John 21:15-17, where it appears that Jesus is asking Peter the same question 3 times. Do you love me? And in English, you can get the impression that Peter would be quite hurt that Jesus asked him the same question repeatedly. But when you understand the Greek words being used, this passage makes much more sense. In verse 15, Jesus asked Peter, Simon, son of John, do you love or do you agape me more than these? But Peter cannot bring himself to use the word agape to reply. You have to remember that this is after Jesus had risen from the dead, and for Peter, the memory of denying 3 times that he knew Jesus is very fresh in his mind. So instead, Peter says, Yes, Lord, you know that I love or that I phileo you, that I love you as a friend. Jesus then asked Peter again, Simon, son of John, do you love or agape me? And once more, Peter replies that he loves Jesus as a friend. Finally, Jesus asks Peter if he loves him as a friend. Peter is upset by this, surely at least partly because the three questions remind him of the 3 times he denied Jesus. Peter replies, Lord, you know everything. You know that I love you as a friend. In coming down to Peter's level, Jesus affirms his friendship with Peter, his filial love for him. It is often said that we serve a God of love, and that is absolutely true. But it is much more than that. God is not just a God of love. Our God does not just have love. He is not just loving. 1 John 4 verse 8 tells us that God is love. So the next time you use the word love, think about what it is you're actually saying. And when you see or hear the word love in the Bible, remember that it is probably agape, unconditional, selfless, sacrificial love. Remember that God's love for you is not based on your behavior or anything else. God just loves you, and because of that, he desires the absolute best for you. So learn to trust him in every area of your life, and he will never let you down. We hope that you've enjoyed this devotional. If you have, please share it with someone else you think may benefit from it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment. Thank you.